Hey, party people, and welcome to this episode of But Are You Weird? A podcast dedicated to spending time talking with some creative, captivating, and downright cool people, diving into their world and ultimately asking, but are you weird? I'm Amanda, your host and resident weirdo, and I am so happy that you're here with us. And our guest on this episode is Brandie. Yay, Brandie!
Hello.
I think you're the only Brandie, aside from Brandie that sings. You're the only Brandie I know.
It's not really a common name.
Yeah. Is there a story behind why you were named Brandie by any odd chance?
Well, the song by The Looking Glass, and it didn't really become popular until it was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like on YouTube, like the video, it was at like 1,000 or so many views. And then once that movie came out, it was like up to 1 million. It was also on Ozark, and I'm sure there's other places now where it's being used, but I mean, it's a good tune. So
yeah, I've been singing it to myself in my car, and I've been thinking to myself, like, oh my God, am I going to sing it while we're recording?
I do enjoy when people do that, because like on a job site, you'll have some of the guys randomly come up and sing it to me.
Oh, I bet. It's just the way that they say Brandie. Oh, gosh. Okay, so Brandie, can you introduce yourself? Tell us, I don't know, who you are, what you do, what's exciting for you. I don't know, whatever brings your life joy. Like, tell us all about you. Who are you?
Okay, well, my name's Brandie, 29 years old. I live in Chicopee, Mass. I grew up in Chester, Mass in the hill towns, so I'm a little country in me. I'm a union sheet metal worker, an advocate for getting women and girls in the trade as well as men if they really need the help. I've been in for 9 years. My life kind of like revolves around work lately because it's just been so busy. Mm-hmm. I enjoy rollerblading when the weather is nice.
Ooh.
And, hanging out with my friends and doing all sorts of things.
Wow, rollerblading. I instantly got Barbie vibes.
Yeah.
Have you been like rollerblading? Is this something you picked up recently or something you've always done?
It's always been there because, back in the day, we would have Interstate 91 birthday parties. Mm-hmm. It was like a cool thing to do. So I've loved it since then. And I got myself a pair of rollerblades like 5 or 6 years ago. My parents live in Southwick, so they have the trail behind their house. So I would rollerblade there. And it's just, it's a good little exercise when you want to, get out. And
if I'm correct, you have long hair.
Yep.
So like the feeling of your hair when you're rollerblading, like that's a nice feeling.
Yeah. I put the earbuds in my ear and I crank the music up and vibe. Yeah.
You had mentioned sheet metal. This is 100% something I know nothing about. So how were you exposed to it? How did you find an interest in it? How did you get connected with that work?
Well, so I grew up in Chester, so I went to Gateway Regional and they had a welding course there. If you took the welding course, you didn't have to take art. And back in the day, I was not a really big art fan. So I just decided to take the welding class. And my teacher, he was really, he like told me I was doing a really good job and that I should stick with it. So I did. And then I had a couple jobs outside of school before I ended up becoming a union sheet metal worker. So I got that experience. And then, so sheet metal is, it's like the ductwork systems, HVAC, the kitchen hood greased exhaust. So like the silver, like blocks of metal above grills. And when you go out to eat, you can see them above in the kitchen where it just exhausts all the grease and the heat and the smoke out. And, the AC systems. I mean, I got into it just because I was into the welding and I had experience. I was an iron worker at one point, and then I did some like mom and pop shops here and there. And I just stuck with the sheet metal because it's a union, the benefits I get and the equal opportunities that I get because it is union and they can't really take from you kind of thing.
You mentioned being an iron worker. I mean, this is really how ignorant. I don't know anything really trade related. My father's a mechanic. I'll tell a whole separate story about that possibly later. But like, I think trade work is I love it. Like, you are really what our society relies on. Like, it's great to have intellectuals who do their thing, but like to have people who have that knowledge and skill, and like, it's really a craft. Like, you can't just jump in and expect to really be good at it. Like, you have to actually hone that skill. So I know nothing about it. So going back to that question, what is an iron worker?
So iron workers are the ones that are first to like a building. They build the skeleton pretty much. So the metal skeleton of the building. Sometimes they do the bridges, you know.
Okay.
You ever see that, like the picture with the guys up in the sky sitting?
Yeah. Eating their lunch, right? Like on that beam.
They deal with all the I-beams and they connect them and they do that. That's what an iron worker does.
So you stuck to the welding, but are on the sheet metal side of things.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a big switch because I would be working with really heavy metal, and now I'm working with very light gauge metal. So it's a lot.
Do you find that one's easier than the other?
I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why one would be better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I do enjoy welding heavier steel better, but I mean, it is my job, so sheet metal it is.
Yeah. Do you? Oh my gosh, I feel like it's like 20 questions. Would you say that you're like a fixer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fixer to a point, but I've been in the trades for like almost 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can't fix something, I can go see Steph the carpenter, or my friend Melissa the electrician, Chelsea the laborer. I got people who can help me, and most of them, you know, I've got women in all different trades now too. So I would support them before I go to a man for anything.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love my men, but you know, it's else for my women.
We've got to take care of one another for sure.
Yeah.
When you were listing off your friends in the trades, I immediately was like, oh my gosh, this would be a great book. Like a great children's book series where it's like, all right, let's meet Brandie, the sheet metal worker. We're going to meet Steph. I think you said the carpenter, if I remember. Yep. Like, how cool would it be to read a book about women doing trades?
I actually think there are a couple books like that out there, but I thought about it for a long time, doing it for myself, just for all the women that I know.
So you said that you like to connect women to the trades, and I think you said girls too. So thinking like younger girls, like what are some ways that you do that? Yeah, what are some ways that you do that? How do you sort of let people know about the different trades that women can? Well, women can do anything, but specifically in your role as a woman, how do you connect with them?
So I've got a lot of good outreach since I've been in. We do like career fairs, like we just did Dean Tech in Holyoke a few months back. And it's just a career fair for the girls will come in and they go from booth to booth, you know, classic career fair. Then we talk to them kind of one-on-one about the trades, because it's usually just the trade schools that show up. And then, you know, all the career fairs, there's been a couple public speakings that I've gone to. If I can't make it, I have plenty of other women who do go and speak. And then for the women, myself and a few other women created what we call like a Western Mass Tradeswoman, which is a network for women who want to get into the trades, essentially. But when you do get into the trades, it's like a network for all of us to prosper and like live in solidarity, to know that like we're not alone, kind of thing.
One of your posts that you had was the first time I really connected with the fact that you were, I mean, I know that you're a woman in trade, but like to see how many women are actually in the trades. Have you noticed in your 10 years or so that you've been working that there's been an increase, or what has the dynamic been around women in trade?
I must say, when I first joined, I was one of, I want to say 2 or 3. My first year as an apprentice, I was one of 3 women in the sheet metal union. Mm-hmm. And then now 10 years later, we have, I want to say 18 or 19 women.
Wow.
And our local is really small. And then the other trades, I can see the growth and I can see the acceptance. Like there are going to be some types of people who will, you know, judge it or put you down kind of thing. But you get that everywhere. But the growth that's why I always take those pictures, because you can see visually, wow, we have this many women on site and this is just one job site. Back in the day, I was one girl out of all trades on the job, or the 2 girls on the job. And it's nice to have them there.
that is a huge piece of course, why you were invited on the show, is because of your visibility in that community where there's really historically has not been a lot of women. I mean, it's one thing to be a woman in trade and yep, you manage what you have to manage, but for you to be celebrating it and for encouraging more folks to get involved and to show like, I'm here and here are all the other women that are here. Like, that's really great. And I really appreciate the fact that you're making that community. I had no idea though, that you created with some of your other tradeswomen, the Western Mass Tradeswoman. Is that a brand new thing?
It started out as like a Facebook page, and we've grown it to, we're trying to grow it to something more, but it was literally just me and a few girls out to drinks, and we were talking with the bartender trying to get her to join the trades. And then we all thought like, hey, what if we created something bigger and made this like into like a group so we can all advocate, we can all share. Since then has become something way more than I expected. And we have so many women in it now who are part of like all different walks of life that like, if we say one of us wants to take a leave of absence kind of thing and, let somebody else take a role in advocating, there's plenty of us now to do that. Yeah. So recently, like, as you know, I've had a pretty couple rough months. So I've kind of taken a huge step back, but there's enough of us now where they can step in and we can trust that they'll step in and keep it going.
On this podcast, I talk a lot about community. And so I think about the community that you're creating, where you're creating a space where people feel comfortable to show up who they are and to celebrate it. Right. And like, what a great thing for you to be able to do. I also think, too, you mentioned like having a rough go recently. Like, how nice is it that the community that you've created is sustaining itself? Like, you've created something that will last beyond you and can thrive without constantly needing, all of that input that you would typically give. So that just means like it's only going to get bigger and better.
Right. And I can't credit everything for myself because there has been times, like I said, these women step up and it's great. So it's all of us.
What would you like to see happen with that group?
I think within like the next few years, maybe I don't know what you would call it, like an LLC or it's not really a business.
Like make it more like of an official.
Yeah, because we're just some girls on Facebook who want to get together sometimes. But no, I definitely want us to get bigger, but it takes a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everyone's working.
Yeah, everyone's working. We're exhausted. We have mothers. We've got, all sorts of things going on. So it's all volunteer based too. Mm-hmm. So if we did make it an official thing, there comes money and whatever else. I'm happy with where we are right now. I mean, like I said, I can just call whoever from the group and they can help me out and we're here together.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking like a little bit jealous because I think like that girlhood community is like so awesome to have.
Yeah, it's very inspiring, to be honest with you. Like, we're all the type of girls, we were kind of rugged. We didn't really hang out with like the girly girls back in the day. We're all the tomboys who just grew up to find and love a job. We just now have to deal with the men, which, like I said, I love the guys. I've been lucky, but some of the other girls have not been lucky. And that's a whole conversation for another day.
Yeah. Yeah. And having one another when you're in those situations is really great to have.
Right.
Thinking about other reasons why you were invited, definitely being an advocate of the trade, being a visible woman in trade is great. I also feel like we should talk a little bit about how we met. I met you through softball, through a team where I really didn't know that many people. And I connected with you right away in that, like, I was like, okay, she's cool. I like her. She's chill. But really quickly, I don't even know how it happened. Like, I just came to really, really like you. You were always so nice to me, always so welcoming, always so funny, always so kind. And like, you also gave people a little bit of a run for their money when I think about the way that you joke around with some of the people on the team. And I remember thinking like that you're so cool and that you don't know me and that still you're so nice to me. And I was like, I really like her. There's no reason for you to be nice to me. Not that you had to be mean, but like, we're just on this softball team. We actually don't know each other. You actually don't have to talk to me, but you did. And you were always really nice to me. And I think also as an autistic person, like pattern recognition, like I can see people pretty quickly. I just felt like I saw you and I was like, she's a really good person. And I've literally only interacted with you those few times at softball, but every time I feel like the last time I saw you, I was like, oh my God, it's Brandie.
Yeah. I even told Amy Lee a couple times, I was like, hey, we got to hang out with the band because I don't know what it is, but I dig her vibe and she's pretty cool. And like you said, I joke around and give everybody a run for their money. That comes with working in the industry I work in.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That like playful humor, but like the way that you joke with people, you're not being mean. Like, I don't think you're like being rude. You know, like some people, like that's how they make jokes is that they're like, oh, I'll be rude to this person and everyone will laugh at their expense. But you like give people just enough crap.
Yeah.
It's playful. It's light. You can tell it's good intention. And I feel like people would very quickly know when you're actually not playing around.
No. And I think being kind like I am is when I meet new people is stems from growing up. My brother is schizophrenic bipolar. So I've had a lot of patience and I've given a lot of people grace when I first meet them because you really never know what they're going through. Mm-hmm. So growing up with that and still dealing with it to this day, I try my best to make sure everybody feels included and like, you know, not judging, you know, taking everybody, you know, for their best bet kind of thing.
Yeah, so that has been something that a lot of the guests on the podcast have said. And as you say, I'm thinking about that too, of like, definitely think people with trauma histories are people I get along with really well. And I also think like what you're saying too, that piece of like seeing people who are going through stuff, even if it's not you that's going through stuff. And I'm not saying that you haven't, but just the idea of like, if you've been through stuff or you've been close to someone who has been through some stuff, like you're just a different person and you're compassionate, you're kind, you're like less quick to judge because you see, you know, behind the scenes, you see what other people may not see. And it's like, yeah, life is actually tough. And the best thing, the easiest thing we can do is to just be kind.
Yeah, absolutely. Mic drop. Boom.
Yeah. You said that you're 29? Excuse me, I did not think you were 29. I thought you were way younger.
Really?
Yes.
No, I'll be 30 in June.
Oh my gosh, when's your birthday?
June 18th.
June 18th. Okay. Oh, those are good numbers. 6/18.
Yeah.
So you'll be 30 in June. I'll be 40 in July.
Are you a Cancer?
I am a Cancer. Are you a Cancer?
No, I'm a Gemini, but I have like most of my closest friends are Cancers.
Yeah.
Except for Amy Lee's a Libra, but she's a whole different breed. So.
Amy Lee is something else too. I like her. She's great. Oh, so yeah. Are you guys besties?
Yeah, she's my number one.
Okay. How did you guys meet?
Through that Beer Bros page.
Okay. I don't know about this. Okay. Go on.
So during COVID, there was like a Sisterhood of the Traveling Wine page where these girls were just, ding dong ditching people's houses with baskets of like wine and snacks and all sorts of things. And the guys got jealous. So some guys made their own page called Beer Bros. And they took the same premise of like ding dong ditching the people's houses, but instead of wine, it was beer baskets. So it was just the typical bro basket.
I've never heard of that, by the way. This is my first time ever hearing about that.
Really?
Yeah.
But they started letting women come into the group. It was just all boys, all men at one point, and then they started letting women come in. And me and Amy Lee clicked there. Mm-hmm. And I met her because the Beer Bros were doing a Beer Bro calendar.
Wait a minute. What the heck is the Beer Bro calendar? Is it like a firefighter calendar, but with Beer Bros?
Yes. I still have it too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
She took my pictures, but at the same time she was battling a pretty epic battle with Crohn's. And the next day after I met her, she ended up in the hospital.
Wow.
So I didn't end up getting those pictures she took, but I did take other pictures for the calendar.
Okay.
Since that day, like we've clicked, and like you said, it's just genuine connection, and you know a real person when you see a real person. And I haven't left her side since, and we've gone through a whole lot together in the last few years.
Yeah, I would have thought that you guys knew each other since you were little.
See, that's what everybody says, but that's just what happens when you're just so genuine.
Being yourself, and also like when someone else is in that same spot. Because I feel like Amy Lee is very herself, right? Like,
oh yeah, we know.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys met like 6-ish years ago? 6-ish years?
5 or 6 years ago. Yeah. I was her maid of honor at her wedding, and like I said, we've seen each other at our worst and ebbed and flowed and still together.
Yeah. Oh, that's so neat. I had no idea. Yeah. Again, I would have thought that you were friends ever since you were littles. Even better to find your bestie, I guess, like right when you need to.
Right. It's hard in adult life to find friends. That's why I love my my Western Mass Tradeswoman girls, because, trying to find any friends lately.
Yeah. It is. It's really like you go to work and then like you go home. Like, where else are you going to meet people? And I mean, certainly if you go out to the bar, but like usually most people go out to the bar with someone first. So like, okay, who are you going to go with? Like, you need the friend.
Right.
Like, which came first, chicken or the egg here? So softball is a great place to make friends too.
Yeah. Softball, like I said, was one of those things me and Amy Lee decided we just wanted to do it because Pedro is really good. Her husband is really good at softball. So he was playing and we were like, well, we can do it too.
Yeah.
And we couldn't.
That team, that first year is so much fun. I was going to say it was so good, but no, we were not good. But we had a lot of fun. It's really rare to get that many people together without there being, like some sort of, oh, I'm the best person on this team thing.
Oh, like, yeah.
Actually, all people who just wanted to get together and have a good time and like play some softball.
Right. We were an actual beer league where all the other teams were just like super like, yeah, we are best. We do this, we do that.
Yeah.
We were having fun.
Yeah. I remember definitely being in the outfield going like, guys, this is like Sunday afternoon softball. It is not that serious. It's never that serious. People sliding into bases like, that ain't me. Not happening.
No.
And also, this doesn't matter. I'm here to have fun.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, that was another thing why I couldn't do it, because it was Sundays, and then like we would all drink the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, it's 3:00 in the afternoon, and
it's
now
like
I'm
hot, blazing hot out too. Everyone's dehydrated. They're rehydrating with their Coors Light.
Doing.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Gosh, I can't think about what his name is. Running to first and his pants falling down all the time.
Oh, Edwin?
Edwin, yes.
He hits me up every now and then.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I don't know if Coors Light still plays, to be honest with you.
Last I knew, I didn't think so. But, time and a place for everything. I'm so glad that I decided to play. I think I knew Abby on the team, and I think that was about it. And I historically usually don't do things if I don't know people. It's just too awkward for me. So there's a lot of layers here. To go to that team, to meet a whole bunch of other weirdos. I mean, like literally, I think anyone else on that team could be interviewed. But then to meet you and like just what are the chances that we just happened to meet and we've stayed connected when it realistically, again, like I said, like we didn't have to talk to each other. Like it would have been fine if we didn't. But I'm so thankful that you were so kind to me. And I'm so thankful that we've stayed connected because I like the idea of Brandie's my friend. That feels nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
So thinking about the name of the podcast, I've got a question for you. Are you weird?
In a sense, yeah.
Okay. All right. So in what ways do you think you're weird?
Yeah, well, I got like quirks at work and I, just randomly, shout out lyrics to songs all the time or all that kind of thing. But I also, I'm weird in a way that like I can talk to anybody and everybody and like, have a good time. But once I like find somebody attractive or like I'm into them, I like go silent and I don't know what to do and words can't form. So like,
yeah. It's like, it's almost like you're so cool. You're so put together. You can engage and talk to anyone. So you'd think that, someone could come up and talk to you. But once you find them attractive, it's like you suddenly forgot how to do all of it.
Yeah. What are words? Then I ruin it for myself. I
was going to say, do you end up saying things that you're like, oh my God, Brandie, why did you say that?
Yeah. Or, words don't come out. It's like, I'm on a construction site. So sometimes there are some attractive guys on site. So it's just awkward conversation. And then I'm stuck with them for a year or two. Eventually we'll be cool and I'll get back to my normal self. But in the initial, I'm off. Yeah. That's
pretty weird.
So weird.
Has anyone ever called you weird? Is anyone like, oh my God, Brandie, you're so weird?
Well, yeah, growing up, but that's just because bullies are bullies.
That's right. We are reclaiming weird. Weird is no longer what it used to be when we were younger.
Oh, absolutely not. But, I just like when there's a song stuck in my head, or one of my coworkers, he has an autistic daughter and he always says his tisms are spinning. Like, mine is like the Six Flags theme song. It's like,
yeah.
I'll catch myself doing that randomly on different days, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And people look at me like, you good?
It's just the background music that's always running in your mind. So it's like, you get into flow and all of a sudden you're like,
yeah.
Another weird question to go off of that. Do you happen to picture the guy that was doing the dancing from the commercials at the same time? Because that's what I picture.
Yeah. So that's also, I worked at Six Flags and I knew one of the guys who dressed up like the old guy.
What?
I see my friend dressed up as the old guy dancing because at a time they had him at Six Flags New England, like walking around like one of the mascots. Like
oh my gosh.
But they don't do that no more.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
He was a character for sure.
Like literally.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that song, that commercial, like really took over our lives for a while. Now that I think about it, that thing was everywhere all the time.
Still does.
So it makes sense that it's playing for you always. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Brandie, is there anything else that you want to share with our audience?
No, I don't think so. Just be kind, take some time for yourself, stop and get off your phone every once in a while, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Be present, be kind.
Absolutely.
So that's a wrap on this episode of But Are You Weird? Thank you so much to Brandie for letting us get to know you and showing us your weird and wonderful and empowered self. And thanks to you for tuning in and getting weird with us. As always, I am so glad you're here. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow, leave a comment, or share it with your favorite curious mind. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and definitely stay weird.